So 22 Jump Street is a sequel to 21 Jump Street, and this time we got Jonah Hill, Channing Tatum in the back, and this film is basically the same as 21 Jump Street but in college, and they have to find a different drug and different dealers and things like that. And I was really looking forward to watching 22 Jump Street because I watched 21 Jump Street recently. It took me a while to get me around to watch it, and I loved it. I thought it was hilarious, so I was looking forward to this one. And to be honest, I didn't think this movie would be funnier or better than 21 Jump Street, but was I proven wrong? Big time. This film, 22 Jump Street, is actually better than 21 Jump Street, a lot better I think, in terms of comedy, the chemistry between the stars, the occasional action that's in it, and just the humour is awesome in this film. So the film starts off with Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill. They start off with this drug ring thing or something happening at the docks, and they basically screw it up and they go back to the commissioner guy. You remember the guy of the first one who basically took the piss out of 21 Jump Street for being a reboot of the TV show. Well, in this one he takes piss out of 22 Jump Street being a sequel with a bigger budget and saying that, oh, it's never better the second time. And I really like that. I really like that they kept the formula for what he did from the first film onto the second film, saying stuff like it's never as good the second time around and things like that, and saying that they have a bigger budget and things like that. And you actually see it, they actually take the piss out of themselves for being a sequel and having a bigger budget, and I really like seeing that. I thought it was pretty funny. And so yeah, it still recognises what it is. It knows it's a sequel, and they know that sequels never usually do better than the first film, but in this film's case it did a lot better than the first film. I thought it did anyway. Now, the one thing I really do like about this film is Ice Cube. Ice Cube's role in this film is actually a lot bigger than 21 Jump Street, because you literally only saw him in the church in Jump Street. Now in this one, not only do you see him in the Jump Street headquarters, but you see him like in the field and stuff, and he's actually getting involved with Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill at some point. And there's especially one scene in this film, I don't want to tell you in case you consider it a spoiler, but it's just freaking hilarious, where he's just like going on a bit of a rampage and he's just throwing stuff everywhere, and it's just so funny. I was just in stitches in the film. He's so funny in this film. He's like, we Jump Street and we about to jump in your ass right in the crack. I know Jonah Hill, but still it's really, really funny, and I loved Ice Cube in this movie. But obviously Ice Cube is not the only funny part of this film. Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum were good in the film as well. And the thing is about 22 Jump Street is explored their chemistry and bromance, as people call it, a lot more, and they actually start having a bit of a rift in their partnership in this film, and I really like seeing them trying to deal with it. And yeah, I know you have these emotional moments which are a bit cheesy and that, but overall when they're on the screen together it was just hilarious. Channing Tatum is really funny. This is like the only films that I like him in a little bit, but he was alright in White House Down, but that was a generic action film. But these films he's good in. Jonah Hill always as funny as ever. I love Jonah Hill. He's like comedy gold, and just ever since he went from out here to here, he's just gotten a lot better. Yeah, he used to be really fat. But I do love Jonah Hill in this film. So in the end, 22 Jump Street I thought was better than 21 Jump Street. I thought the humour were better, I thought the action were better. I like the fact that Ice Cube's role was expanded from the first film, and plus that dude's just hilarious in this film. Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill always good together on screen. The action were good, everything about this film was good, and that's why I'm giving 22 Jump Street 4 stars.